This is a list of 15 life lessons and advice from Michael Jordan that you should know. A renowned basketball player, Michael Jordan is one. Over the course of his career, he played in 15 seasons, collected numerous valuable player honors, and captured 5 titles. He is one of the most well-liked athletes and astute businessmen of our time thanks to his commitment, work ethic, and self-image. Since he was a young athlete, he has served as an inspiration to other young athletes, and his life lesson has motivated many people to pursue their goals. 15 of the most important teachings and pieces of guidance he offered throughout his career are condensed in this essay. Let's find out what made Michael Jordan so successful so we can discuss how to modify his methods to achieve your objectives. 1. Take the first step. There are some who hope for it to happen, those who want it to happen, and those who actually make it happen. Michael Jordan was adamant that you must first take a step in order to advance. He was inspired to try out for the basketball team during his sophomore year because of it, and it was also the reason he was awarded a scholarship to North Carolina University so he could play basketball there for 1 season. He would have most likely missed the wonderful opportunity if he hadn't taken the first step. It's always the most difficult component of a strategy to take initiative. A lack of initiative by the business results in a 46% loss of income opportunities. In order to make sure everything is ideal before putting the strategy into action, it is an entrepreneur's natural urge to continuously explore all the possibilities. Because of this perfectionism, many of us have wonderful ideas, but only a select handful of us are able to make them into reality. The best course of action is to be ready, but it's also wise to act quickly lest you miss the opportunity to answer in a timely manner and lose a significant contract. 2. Never give up. It becomes a habit if you stop once. Never give up. By overcoming his fear of failure, Michael Jordan attained his position. After being turned down for the varsity squad at his high school, he set out to become the greatest player the team had ever had. He lost about 300 games and missed nearly 9,000 field goals during his career. He would get back up and try again after each failure though. He had numerous chances to win championships as a result of his determination to move past his setback. In the course of my career, I've missed more than 9,000 shots. I've suffered close to 300 defeats. I have been given the game-winning shot 26 times, but I have missed each time. Throughout my life, I've failed repeatedly. I succeed because of this. One of the main reasons many people can't give their careers their all is fear of failure. It is the main reason nearly 31% of Americans decide against launching a new business, and it is the main obstacle standing in the way of 49% of people achieving their goals. Failure is a necessary component of life, according to Michael. Before you can walk, you'll stumble a lot. 3. Embrace a constructive mindset. Never have I dropped a game. My time was simply up. Incredibly positive outlook on life might be found in Michael Jordan. Every time he encountered a challenge, he concentrated on finding a way to make it better. He developed into a superb player and someone who was quite competitive. My mentality is that if you drive me towards something you believe to be a weakness, I will turn that perceived weakness into a strength. You can put more of your attention on the positive aspects of your life by adopting an optimistic outlook. By offering you the tools to better handle a difficult circumstance, it enables you to see the various perspectives of a scenario. A new perspective is even more important in the corporate world. As a result, you can control risks and unearth untapped potential. It provides you with a 360-degree perspective of your gaps and opportunities. 4. Work as a team. Talent wins games, but collaboration and brains win championships. You may see an uncensored representation of Michael Jordan's teamwork, effective leadership, and collaborative connections when you look at the Chicago Bulls team. It wasn't only his one special talent that helped him win titles. In order to win 2 games in a row, he and his team pooled their resources and made the most of each talent. Despite the normal ups and downs in his connection with his team, his conviction that there is no I in team, but there is in when one am there a respect. Bill Winnington, who occasionally switched off with MJ, complimented his teamwork. Because he wanted to win, he was pushing us all to be better. Surprise, surprise. It succeeded. Improved results are frequently the result of team collaboration. You can get moral support to deal with your work stress as well as brainstorming assistance. 5. Own your passion. In both a practice session and a real game, I play to win. And nothing will stand in the way of me and my desire to succeed in a competitive environment. Everyone is aware that a good leader must possess passion. It motivates you to put up a lot of effort in pursuit of your objective and stimulates your creativity. However, Michael Jordan's career shows us that winning games doesn't always need having a talent set that you are obsessed with. To differentiate yourself from your contemporaries, all you need is passion. He possessed a fantastic collection of abilities, without a doubt. He joined the team and gained many victories because of it. Nevertheless, bringing home triumphs has always been his aim. He was driven to become the greatest player of all time by a fierce desire to win. 6. Strengthen your basics. The minute you stray from the fundamentals, whether it's good technique, work ethic, or mental preparation, the bottom can fall out of your game, your academics, your job, or everything else you're doing. Even if you have superhuman athletic prowess, knowing the fundamentals is still essential, as Michael Jordan famously said in an interview. In order to develop his potential, he had to study the principles of basketball as a youngster. He has underlined the significance of the fundamentals numerous times and exhorted people to concentrate on bolstering their foundation in order to become proficient in their field. The only way to alleviate that strain is to strengthen your basics and repeatedly practice them so that, in the event that the game breaks down, you are prepared to handle whatever occurs. Learning the fundamentals is crucial to building a solid foundation, regardless of your job. Having a firm grasp of the fundamentals is a requirement for upgrading your career. 7. Work hard. Rewards are given if you put in the effort. Nothing in life can be rushed. It's been said that in order to achieve your goals, you should work smart rather than hard. Michael Jordan was adamant that despite everything, effort pays off. Right away, it became clear that he had an excellent work ethic. He attracted the attention and awe of his coaches with his unmatched playing and his capacity to never panic out, switch it off, his coach's words, not mine. He worked hard to develop his skills through long periods of time and practice. Being true to the game will make you true to the game. The game will shorten your time if you try to cheat. Your business and career are greatly influenced by your work ethics. The integrity and job happiness of employees are frequently higher in organizations with strong ethical plans. 8. Stay focused on your goals. The game has its ups and downs, but you can never lose sight on your specific goals, and you mustn't let yourself be defeated because of lack of effort. A person with a sharp focus on their task at hand is Michael Jordan. He would put his problems behind him when practicing or playing and focus on his current objectives. I never know what will happen until I get onto the floor for a game of basketball. The present is all I have. In the here and now, I play. According to MJ's coach Tim Grover, one of the reasons he was a successful sportsman was MJ's ability to maintain concentrate. Michael would stop doing everything else and focus just on practicing basketball. Workout, golf break, workout, lunch, golf break, workout, dinner, and bedtime are the 3 workouts every day. Every day. No product placement, marketing campaigns, or events. Just get to work. You may prevent veering off your route by maintaining your attention on your objectives. If you eliminate unneeded distractions, you'll probably reach your milestones soon. 9. Develop a more effective execution plan. Making it happen. Setting short-term goals and achieving them gradually until you achieve your ultimate objective is how Michael Jordan defined success. He counseled people to work actively to realize their dreams if they choose to do so. I came to understand that I needed to be assertive if I was going to succeed in life. It was imperative for me to take action. His attention to small details won him favor among his colleagues as well. He was so well prepared that even if he contracted the raging illness during a season, he was still able to win the 6th NBA championship since he was fully aware of his shooting technique. Both the planning process and the strategy's execution are crucial. In the opinion of 50% of leaders, it makes it easier to implement your process smoothly and to carry out your ideas in a systematic manner. 10. Work on your self-confidence. Before you can act, you have to have expectations of yourself. Michael Jordan's unwavering confidence in his ability is one factor in his remarkable success. He was a very confident sportsman who never allowed defeat to lower his self-esteem, despite dropping a significant amount of games. Fear of failing was never an issue for me. So what if my shot misses? Your ability to make decisions is improved by confidence. Being confident in your skills allows you to manage risks and convey your message more clearly. We can learn from Michael Jordan that if you believe in yourself, you can succeed. Most of the time, you'll succeed if you are completely confident in your ability to make a shot. 11. Don't set limits of yourself. I might be playing the game at 50 when you look up one day. Don't laugh. Limits and worries are frequently only illusions, for this reason. In order to explore how far he could go, Michael Jordan had always pushed himself. He would focus on a goal and put up a lot of effort to achieve it. He thought that anything was achievable if you set your mind to it. I had the attitude that whatever the team leader was, I would be pursuing him from the first day of practice. Since I lacked a voice, I said, and I'm not going to do it that way. My status was empty. The manner I played required me to do it. Using mental workouts, he kept himself motivated. Every time he got tired, he would focus on the destination to re-energize himself. 12. Create a positive brand image. To be Michael Jordan, one must conduct oneself in the same manner as always. You may enhance your reputation by developing a powerful brand. People will have a higher opinion of you if you present yourself better. To establish his personal brand, Michael Jordan adopted this approach. He attracted the attention of the appropriate individuals and gathered a sizable following by utilizing his work ethic, abilities, and desire. Because of this, he is well recognized among both those in the industry and those who are not involved in sports. According to George Belch, the marketing director at Diego State University, what you have here is a once-in-a-generation talent who has transcended his sport and has become ingrained not only in the sports world but in popular culture as well. He just appears to have an impact that carries over from generation to generation. He began playing before they were even born, but he still develops into this very reliable, almost ageless brand image that just seems to genuinely represent success, excellence, and everything else. 13. Be adaptable. You need not be stopped by challenges. Do not back away from the challenge if you hit a wall. Learn how to traverse it, climb it, or go around it. You can learn about resilience and adaptation from Michael Jordan's professional life. Although he was clearly persistent in his pursuit of his objectives, he always established reasonable milestones and dealt with unforeseen obstacles by figuring out how to use them to his advantage. Always make a situation that seems bad into something positive was his credo. The capacity to quickly adapt to change and to a variety of circumstances is known as adaptivity. Despite being an essential survival skill, just 44% of people recognize it as a talent, indicating how underappreciated it is. However, the importance of MJ's insight has been clear to us in recent years. In order to sustain a successful profession, you must learn to adapt to various circumstances and develop your talents over time. 14. Learn from others. I developed my skills by standing on the shoulders of someone else. I think that from one era to the next, excellence changes and evolves. In the past, Michael Jordan has pushed his colleagues to get better at the skill and to gain knowledge from their experiences. He would go up to elders and prod them into friendly competition. Because he was always soaking up knowledge to improve, his teammates used to liken him to a sponge. He sought knowledge and a high rate of growth. He was learning new things every month and every game, said James Worthy. Additionally, MJ would replay previous contests in order to learn the techniques of winning players and use them to hone his own abilities. He became an excellent player and then a prosperous businessman because of his desire to absorb new information. Experience is an invaluable teacher. You can perform better as a result of improving your skill sets. However, your career will benefit greatly by learning from the mistakes of others. It gives you the advantage to determine the most effective strategy to deal with difficulties by assisting you in avoiding the errors that others make. 15. Be humble at all times. A player better than I will come along. One thing that makes Michael Jordan appealing is his humility. He was a fantastic athlete who excelled beyond his peers and won numerous competitions. He never did, however, gloat about his superiority. He kept his modest demeanor even after he rose to prominence as a sports figure and amassed a sizable fan base. Each of us participates in sports in our own unique eras, with our own unique teams, and to varying degrees of success. Furthermore, to judge one as superior than the others based on a comparison of all of them would be unfair to the artists or the work itself. He was a respected athlete and an exemplary role model because of his modesty. An entrepreneur's humility is a valuable quality. Because individuals are willing to show them their allegiance, empathic businessmen are excellent leaders. Your employees' morale is frequently raised by the down-to-earth mentality, which motivates them to produce better work. Conclusion. For fans to remember them by, great athletes like Michael Jordan leave more than simply a legacy. They leave a legacy of tips, lessons, and wisdom so that the following generation can benefit from their hard-won expertise. Use his professional career as inspiration. You might improve professionally and make progress toward your long-term goals thanks to it. All the best.